following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome once again here to Westside High School baseball field. It's a phenomenal turf field here in Omaha, Nebraska, right next to Carter Lake, Iowa, and a couple other suburbs here. Mike Mason alongside Eric Tiansen. The West Fargo Patriots now no longer undefeated as they fall 22-9 against Grand Island in the game right before this one that went 2 hours and 58 minutes. And probably not what West Fargo was expecting, Eric. I don't think anybody was expecting that, no matter what team you cheer for. And now West Fargo will face the 34 wins and 5 loss Cheyenne Post 6 Sixers. And they're taking on the now, I believe 10-1, unless I get a text message saying I'm wrong, West Fargo Patriots. And that one's hit by out into left field, and now bounce for a base hit, and one pitch, one hit. It's Mason Tafoya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 for 7 lifetime on Magnitude. That tells you a little bit how much we've covered Cheyenne, Wyoming on here on Magnitude Sports. He's now 4 for 8, I think, or 3 for 7, 4 for, I don't know, whatever, something like that. Anyways, it's a base hit for Mason Tafoya on the first pitch of the game. Casey Clemenson is on the mound here for West Fargo, and that one's going to be popped up, foul territory, and right in front of the dugout. He cannot make the play as it bounces off the roof of the dugout.
Yeah, this is a very interesting game to watch for West Fargo. I think this is going to be a good gut check for them. They get their first loss of the season, a very long, very high-scoring game, and then you have to turn around and go back and do another one, and we'll see. We'll learn a lot about this West Fargo team, I think, from this game right here.
Yeah, coming into this tournament, when I saw Cheyenne on the schedule, I expected this one to be a really good game. That might be slanted a little bit in favor of Cheyenne, if I'm being 100% honest. But like I said, I've seen Cheyenne probably 6-7 times in the years that I've been on Magnitude Sports, and they're the most broadcasted out-of-state team on our station.
Wow, and who would have thought that?
Yeah.
All the way in Wyoming.
And that's one ricocheted off the left leg of the umpire into the glove of the second baseman, Nolan Dodds, and that one appeared to be heading out into left center field for possibly a double or more. And, thanks or no thanks, depending on how you want to look at it, to the official. The official holds him to a single. Talk about I had something worded there, and I'm not going to try and finish it because I lost my train of thought. But
well, umpire's a tough job.
Yeah,
I don't think that's quite a part of the job description. My goodness. Whew.
Yeah, I've seen some plays that have involved umpires, but I've never seen a play like that one involving an umpire. So Coulter McAnally was the batter who ricocheted off the leg of the umpire.
Now it looks like they're going to have the runner go back to second.
Did they call him out? Or yeah, I think they did. Yep. Or did they? We'll hold off a little bit here. presumably 1 out, but we'll wait just a moment here as it looks like the Cheyenne third base coach is talking to the umpires about the called out. Because, in all honesty, if it wouldn't have hit the umpire, that would have been an easy single, if not double, on the left center. There was no way that was being gobbled up by Wiggestrand. He wasn't quite in position to make the play on that. At least I don't think he was. So I'm not sure exactly how they determined that out to occur. But
yeah, well, it looks like they are letting the 2 runners stay on base, so it's going to be runners on first and second with, I believe,
no outs.
No outs.
Yeah, yep, no outs, yep. So 1 hit. Go ahead, Eric.
That just goes to show you kind of something you gloss over, that umpire out on the field. He is standing in the field of play, and that's
yeah.
Of course, you have 1 behind the plate, but it can happen, and we saw it right there.
Well, 2 pitches, and there's the first pitch that didn't make contact with a bat.
Already an early test here for both Cheyenne and for West Fargo. Cheyenne, of course, trying to strike while the iron is hot. They've got 2 on here in the first inning, and for West Fargo, they'd love to work through this jam and turn things over to their bats.
Zach Kostopoulos. I think I got it right. First time.
Sounds right, yeah.
I think you were, where were they? I'm thinking you were with me when, oh, wait, no, that was a Brookings game. There must have been a Kostopoulos on that team, too. I remember it sounding something like Minneapolis, and I had to say it like 20 times to get it right. There's a strikeout. Kostopoulos strikes out. And there's the first out of the inning.
That's a good start for Clemenson, surrendering 2 hits straight away, and then right after that, battling back, getting a strikeout. Now you've got 2 on. You can get the force at any plate, at any base, I should say, and 1 down. Really opens up a world of opportunities.
Dominic Lopez is the batter now here for the Cheyenne Post 6 Sixers. Cheyenne with the customary red, white, and blue uniforms, and they have many fluctuations of that uniforms. Today they were in the white ones. They do have ones that are primarily red. I've seen them play in primarily blue jerseys before, and today it's the primary white, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up the uniforms because that was one of the first things I noticed, those uniforms with the letters spelling out 6 across it.
And that one's hit to right field, and on the run, it's going to bounce for a base hit. Rounding third here is Mason Tafoya. He will score, and it's 1-0 as McAnally heads into third, and it's an RBI single for Dominic Lopez. And that puts the first run on the board here for the Post 6 Sixers.
Yeah, good start for them. 3 hits already, and turning one of them into a run. They've got another one in scoring position, and with 1 down, you have to imagine a ball hit to the outfield here could make it 2-0.
Well, this game intended to scheduled to start at 3 o'clock, so that means Cheyenne showed up probably about 2 o'clock, 1:45, and they got to watch plenty of West Fargo baseball from the time they showed up to the time this game started. And you have to think if the coaches have put together any game plans that were maybe a little bit altered from their original game plan after seeing what happened in that previous game here, and see if they'll take advantage of maybe a tired-out West Fargo team. That one fouled away for a strike. Julian Romero. Julian Romero is 6 for 8 lifetime on Magnitude Sports. Usually I say numbers that high for a Fargo, West Fargo, or a Kindred, or a Grand Forks team, not for a team from Cheyenne, Wyoming, as McAnally will come in and score. On the double steal, Lopez takes second. The throw is not cut off, and they do not make the throw back in time.
Yeah, just a little bit of trickery right there by Cheyenne on the base pass, trying to force that throw over to second, and then as soon as that throw comes in, that runner from third is taken off for home.
2 runs on 3 hits. And that is a ball, it's a ball, and it's 3-1.
2-2 actually.
2-2. My apologies. On behalf of Eric's, apologies. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out and 1 runner on. It's Lopez on second. And the 2-2 pitch, and that one's fouled away, and it'll remain 2-2.
Looks like it's carrying and
no,
going to get caught.
It did not fall away. The wind took it back into the field of play, and it was caught by Mason Stolting out in left field.
Well, don't feel bad. I had plenty of those calls back earlier on with the Stars games today. A lot of balls that looked like they were going to carry foul and ended up staying fair.
2 away, and much better first inning here for West Fargo in this game than in the last one. That's saying kindly. They only gave up 3 runs in the top of the first in that first game, but it was some sloppy play that resulted in the 3 runs. And the 2 runs here by Cheyenne are all hard-earned runs by Cheyenne. No sloppiness from West Fargo here in the top of the first of this game.
Yeah, they've come out swinging with a lot of confidence in the box. They're just going out attacking. As soon as they see their pitch, they're swinging. And I've seen a lot of first pitch hits as well.
Hayden Swain is the batter. Yeah, first pitch hits, including the first 2 batters of the inning. Tried to catch the outside edge and missed it. 1-1 the count. With 2 away and our runner on second being Dominic Lopez. Well, I honestly expected Cheyenne to score. If West Fargo could hold, West Fargo or any team can hold Cheyenne scoreless in any inning, that's an impressive defensive feat. Cheyenne's a really good team, and there's no doubt about that. If you have even briefly followed the Cheyenne Post 6 Sixers as much as I have, you know they have a long history of success. It wouldn't surprise me if they have 20 combined losses over the last 5 seasons. And there's a ground out to first. Caleb Deere will step on the bag, and that will strand 1 runner on base. And that will take care of the top half of the first. Nolan Dodds, Trey Stalker, Brendan Hammond. Those will be your first 3 batters for the Patriots. Find themselves down 2 runs here in the bottom, moving into the bottom of the first. Back in a moment. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. All right, there's a look at Bradley Feeser, I believe is how you say it. Bradley Feeser on the mound here for the Post 6 Sixers around the bases. You got Zach Kostopoulos at first, Kelding Hastings at second, Coulter McAnally at shortstop, Mason Tafoya at third, Ty Lobmeyer, I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. I should have asked on that one. Catcher, Dominic Lopez in right, Julian Romero in left, and Wyatt Hott in straightaway center. And I have no doubt that it's probably hot out in center field with the sun coming right down like it is.
Sun beating down, and like I always say, down on that turf just makes it a little bit hotter too.
Absolutely, yep. Turf always increases at 3 or 4 degrees. Here's Nolan Dodds. He'll lead off for West Fargo here, and they'll look to get the bats going here against the Post 6 Sixers from Cheyenne. That one off the net and almost hit the other umpire. So that one, it would have hit him in the back of the shoulder blades if that would have come back in the other a little bit closer than it did. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be fouled off and out of play. So Nolan Dodge down the count now, 0-2. Once again, it's Trey Stocker on deck with Brennan Hammond to follow. Bradley Fieser on the mound for the Post 6 Sixers. Here's the 0-2. Fieser throws that one into the turf, and it's 1-2. You know, it took me about 3 seasons to transition from dirt to turf, and then I finally call a game on a dirt field and say turf.
It's usually how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah. 1-2.
Wow.
There's strikeout. Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout number 1 for Fieser. And that puts the first out of the inning on the board and brings up Trey Stonker.
Yeah, that's a nasty pitch. On a 1-2 count, batter might still be thinking the pitcher might try and get him to chase a little bit, but gross breaking ball right there. Ended up finding its way into the zone, and he got the first out of the inning.
2 runs on 3 hits so far, and that pitch will miss for a ball. It's 1-0 to Trey Stocker. Brendan Hammond moves into the on-deck circle. We're 13 minutes into the ball game, and West Fargo finishing up a 2-hour and 58-minute ball game right before this one. That pitch is low. He tried to hit the corner, and he almost got it, but he just missed, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, that was a close one right there, but I think just a bit off.
So 2-0, and this one is fouled away, 2-1. You went to the concession stand between games. Do you have a burger or a hot dog, Eric?
Hot dog.
Oh, okay. Well, those pretty good, or?
They were, yes.
Okay. I was trying to get some consensus from West Fargo people who may have tried a hamburger, and I was hoping to maybe get a live one, but I guess you had a hot dog. So, but I had a cheeseburger before game 1, and I said that West Fargo's Burgers may have had a competitor now, and
wow.
I may have paid the price with the outcome of that game for saying that. That may have been my fault. So,
yeah, I was thinking about burger, but really hard to beat the classic combo of pretzel and a hot dog at a ballpark.
Yeah, that's true. I can give you that one.
Also got to say, we were talking about uniforms earlier, but those Cheyenne Sixer uniforms, a lot like the throwback uniforms for the White Sox, where it says Sox instead of 6, and someone that's a fan of throwbacks, I love it.
Oh,
my
look
goodness.
at that spin, and he got it over there in time.
Oh,
wow.
man.
That is Coulter McAnally with the play of the game so far on a spinning 6-3 ground out on Brennan Hammond, and that ends the first inning of play. Nice play defensively for the Sixers, and now they'll bring out the bats once again. See if they can add to that 2-0 lead in the top of the second and then return after this.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford Truck Giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today, and thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
All right, one complete, 2-0 lead here for the Post 6 Sixers out of Cheyenne, Wyoming, and over the West Fargo Patriots out of West Fargo, North Dakota. As if anybody didn't know the West Fargo one, but
I always find it funny seeing Cheyenne West Fargo up on that scoreboard. Normally you think of the high school out there, the Mustangs, but
yeah, I just
this is a different Cheyenne.
Change the C to an S, and yeah. That one popped up, going to center field. Drifting over is Trey Stocker. He makes the catch on the run just in front of the warning track. Nice play there by Trey Stocker. And that's out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Can't ask for anything better than that.
Peak efficiency.
Ty Lobmeyer, I believe is how you say it. He is the batter. I went through all the names with the coach, and for some reason I didn't ask for that name, so I don't. Pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-0 here to Ty Lobmeyer.
And those 1-pitch outs are good news for West Fargo, obviously, in any case, but especially when you're fresh off a nearly 3-hour game out in the heat.
Yeah.
You want to get out of the field and get back into the shady dugout as quick as you can.
Strike toss there by Clemenson, and it's now 1-1 here to Lobmeyer.
I say shady. I take a glance at the West Fargo dugout, and a cruel twist of irony, they seem to have the sunny side.
Yeah, they do, and as you look over into the other dugout, they do have shade. So
yeah.
kind of an unfair advantage if you want to look at it that way. 1-2 the count now here to Lobmeyer. Casey Clemenson on the mound. We didn't go around the bases in the top of the first for West Fargo. We'll do that here after this pitch. Here's the 1-2. That's fouled away, and it'll remain 1-2. So around the bases, Caleb Deere at first, Nolan Dodds at second. Seth Wiggerstrand playing the shortstop position. Evan Berg over at third. Peyton Jancy behind the plate catching with Casey Clemenson on the mound. Then you got Cooper Borkhardt in right, Mason Stolting in left, and Trey Stocker in straightaway center. And this one hit up the middle, and Dodds will pick it up on the run. Tosses, and it's close, and he got it. Wow. That was not the easiest scoop for Caleb Deere, and he got it.
Yeah, we've seen some fantastic defense already between these two teams. And how about that play right there? Great play by the second baseman. And, of course, the scoop over at first as well.
Yeah, not an easy throw for Dodds as he had to chase that ball to the left side of second base and turn and throw. And he got it there, threw it near the ground. Deere stretches out, scoops it up, gets the out. Fantastic team defense there, I guess you could call it, for the West Fargo Patriots. Here's Wyatt Hott, the center fielder for Post 6 Sixers. 1 ball, no strikes, and Clemenson, 21 pitches, make it 22. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. And we talked about the pitchers from West Fargo not having a ball-strike split that was in favor of strikes. That's definitely not the case so far here in this one. Clemenson tosses another strike. He has 17 strikes on 23 pitches.
Yeah, I'm loving the confidence, just pounding the zone, going after these hitters. And, yeah, they got a few runs on him in the first inning, but he's really settled in here in inning number 2.
And the 2-1. That one smoked out to left field. It'll drift foul, and it'll go out of play. And there you can see the West Fargo dugout. It is bright and sunny and hot off the cement. And over here, you see nothing but darkness. And so maybe hiding back as deep in that dugout as they possibly can to get as much shade as they can. Now he'll reach for it. He'll drop it into shallow center. It'll be good for a base hit. And Wyatt Hott, the center fielder, puts a single out into center field for the Post 6 Sixers, and they got a runner on 20 minutes into the game, and we return to the top of the order now with Mason Tafoya.
Yeah, that single huge right here. I mean, you look at this is a Cheyenne lineup that's loaded from top to bottom, and now you got your top of the order coming up. Yeah, there's 2 down, but we saw them do some damage first time around. Now they got a runner on here.
And now we might have a rundown between first and second. Oh, he did not. And pleading his case, there's Nolan Dodds saying he tagged him, but the official saying that he got underneath the tag and they got the head first slide and picks up the steal.
Yeah, I think that might have been the case right there. It was a very close play, but I think he just got underneath in time. Now a runner in scoring position.
Once again, it's Tafoya. No balls, no strikes. At least I think, anyway. And now it's no balls and 1 strike.
If you're Clemenson, yeah, you've got that runner at second, but still, you just, as long as you get this batter out right here, then inning's over and you turn it back over to your bats.
On deck is Colton McAnally, who made that fantastic play at short on a 6-3 ground out. That spinning toss out at first. 1 ball, 1 strike the count here for Mason Tafoya, who singled out into left field last time he was at the plate. And now he's going to foul it up back over the press box for strike number 2, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here to Tafoya, 22 minutes into the ball game. Runner on second is Wyatt Hott.
Yeah, now with a 1-2 count, you've been pounding the zone if you're Clemenson. I would be tempted to maybe try and see if I can get a chase right here on a 1-2 count.
We'll see if. Oh, maybe. Well, we'll still let you have the next pitch there to predict it. It's going to make a Nostradamus comment, but. And the 1-2 as he checks back on the runner on second. Swing and a miss. Got him. Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout ends the inning. So we move to the bottom of the second now with batters 4, 5, and 6 for West Fargo. Caleb Deere, Mason Stolting, Seth Wiggerstrand. Bradley Fieser took care of the Patriots on 10 pitches in the bottom of the first. He'll DOS pitch 11 when we return after this.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Welcome back to Westside High School here in Omaha, Nebraska. It's the Creighton Prep Baseball Tournament, and the Fargo Post 400 Stars are 1-1 in pool play through 2 games. They'll have another game tomorrow night against Mayfield at 7:30 p.m. And West Fargo Patriots looking to improve to 1-1 as well. They dropped to 0-1 in pool play and currently playing in their second game as Caleb Deere will take the strike. 0-1, looking to rebound from a tough, brutal loss, a polite way to put it.
Yeah, they certainly don't seem like a team that's come off a loss like that. They're down 2-0 right now, but they've been hanging in there, and I think this inning could go a long ways towards helping get them back into this game.
I received a couple text messages that would suggest that a couple people were not happy with that loss. Let's put it that way. So
yeah.
There's a strike. Even though it looked like it was just above the ankles, it's a strike, and it's 1-2. And for the Sixer fans watching, I'm not biased towards either team, but just calling it as I see it. That one low and out for a ball. Strike ball in that order on the 4 pitches thus far from Fieser to Caleb Deere. 14 pitches for Fieser, 9 strikes, 5 balls, and a 2-2 count here. Swing, tapped it foul, and he'll remain alive at 2-2.
Yeah, good job to get a piece of that one. Tough pitch right there, and you'd hate to go down looking. Might have chased it a tiny bit, but he's able to get a piece of it, put it in foul territory, and now he'll get to settle back in.
2 runs on 4 hits so far here in this game for Cheyenne, and still looking for that first hit for West Fargo, and Caleb Deere will laser that one off the front protection fence of the Cheyenne dugout.
Yeah, it looked like that fastball right there might have caught him by surprise a little bit. It was inside, and he still managed to hit it the other way. A little bit late, but once again, getting a piece of it.
Staying alive, and that's what matters, especially now. Nobody out, 2-2, and a big pitch here for Fieser. He'll wind and deliver. Inside, and at the same time, we thought the same thing. Full count, 3-2. I don't normally say a walk is a big thing, but it could be if it happens. Or maybe an infield hit. They will not run it out. He tried. He certainly gave it all his hustle, but he was not able to run it out, and McAnally retires his second runner on a ground-out toss in the game.
Yeah, good throw right there. It needed to get all of it into that one as he was booking it down the line and able to get it there in time. Those shortstops, they got to have strong arms. A lot of times people talk about the right fielder having the strongest arm on the team, but you see some cannons on those shortstops too.
Yeah. Yeah, they certainly have some size. You look at first base, pitcher, shortstop. Yeah, I mean, they don't look like high school kids, that's for sure. 1 ball, no strike here to Mason Stolting, the batter. And a swing and a miss. So Stolting went for it and paid the price. 1-1 the count. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. At Westside High School in Omaha, Nebraska. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and I think that was the same pitch back to back.
Yeah, been going low and away these past 2 pitches, and be curious to see if he tries to set him up for something maybe high and tight right here.
And
nope.
No, he'll go low and away, and there'll be a pass ball, and even up the count at 2-2. So Eric Tianson, 1 for 5. Mike Mason, 5 for 7 on pitch guessing. So, and that's a very unofficial stat over the course of about 2 games, I think. So I was doing really well, and then I just started. I'm trying to think of the right word. I started missing, and that was in that game between the Post 400 Stars and Brookings, and there's a strikeout for Stolting.
Yeah, well, they talk about how this season's a marathon for those players. It is for us, too, and I'm just going to look at the mentality of, maybe stumbling out of the gate a little bit, but I'll get a streak going and get that average up to where it needs to be.
There you go. I like that attitude. 2-0 now here, and it's Seth Wiggerstrand, the batter. And he'll take the first pitch in. Just missing the strike zone by a hair. This is pitch number 25 for Feeser now. 15 strikes on 24 pitches. And now it's ball 2 to Seth Wiggerstrand. So 10 balls, 15 strikes, 25 tosses total. It's toss 26 on the 2-0, and that is inside. Caught the edge for a strike, 2-1. So the 2-1 pitch upcoming now. No runners on. The windup in the delivery. Inside, ball 3. On deck is Cooper Borkart on the 3-1 count here to Wiggerstrand. On the 3-1, inside, walked him. Walked him on 5 pitches, and that'll bring up Cooper Borkart. Cooper Borkart, 7 for 18 lifetime on magnitude. Or I should say lifetime on Mike Mason magnitude broadcast.
To add a few more hits in for the ones that I've seen him get.
Yeah. But it still sounds cool.
Yeah.
1 ball, no strike to Cooper Borkart. Peyton Jancy, the catcher, is on deck. Borkart and Jancy, batters 7 and 8 in the lineup here for West Fargo. 2 out, runner on first, and a strike comes across the plate to even the count at 1-1. And you could say after that first game that we had our 7th inning stretch.
Yeah.
And it was a much-needed 7th inning stretch. This one belted out towards Hastings at second, and it'll be an easy 4-3 ground out. They'll strand 1 on base. Borkart grounds out, and that will do it for the 2nd inning of play. It remains 2-0. Batters 2, 3, and 4 for Cheyenne Post 6. Coulter McAnally, Zach Kostelopoulos, and Dominic Lopez due up when we return.
I kind of wonder where to even begin about what I love about Touchmark. It's everything. It's the time with the residents. It's my team. I work with wonderful individuals every single day. I love the people, and my job is to connect with them, and that's a pretty great job to have, that you get to make genuine, real connections with our residents and our team members. It's just the overall community. That is Touchmark. That's what I love.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
Signorama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signorama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signorama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signorama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
All right, Casey Clemenson will continue on the mound here for the West Fargo Patriots. 28 tosses, and 21 of those have found the strike zone for Casey Clemenson. Scores from earlier today, the Post 400 Stars dropped their first game to Creighton Prep 9-0. They would bounce back in an 8-inning win, 4-0 over St. Mike's. West Fargo falls in their first game 22-9 to Grand Island, and now here they are trailing 2-0 to Cheyenne Post 6 out of Wyoming here in the top of the third inning now. But you look back at the two games, they gave up 6 in the first two against Grand Island. Now they've given up 2 in the first two against Cheyenne. So definitely some bonus and positivity here for West Fargo. And that will conclude our between-inning break. Coulter McAnally is at the plate now, 1-for-1 with a single. That was the single that went off the right foot of the umpire into the glove of Nolan Dodds at second. Originally called out and then called safe after discussion. It'll probably bug me for years. I have no idea how you could call an out on that play, but they did, and they reversed it. So,
well, you can see the umpire station's down the line now. That might have something to do with a runner being on base the first time around, but still a funny little observation.
Pitch misses outside, and I'll even up the counter. The ball and a strike to McAnally. Zach Kostopoulos is on deck here for the Sixers. Pitch is low and in for another ball. It's 2-1 here to McAnally. He's 1-for-1 with a single. Once again, Deere first, Dodge second, Wiggerstrand short, Berg third, Jancy catcher, Clemenson on the mound, Stolting in left, Brookhart in right, and Stocker in center. Swing and a miss for strike 2, and it's 2-2. Or for the politically correct baseball fans, the count is not even. And this one hit hard towards short. Wiggerstrand cannot handle it. It'll bounce out into center field. And they'll charge an error to the shortstop on that one.
That was a hard hit right there, and just taking a bounce off Wiggerstrand out into center field and puts the first man on for Cheyenne.
So the first error of the game charged to West Fargo here in the top of the third. 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and both teams have left a single runner on base so far here in this contest. Check that. Cheyenne's actually left 2 on base. Zach Kostopoulos, the batter. 1 ball, no strike to Kostopoulos, who's 0-for-1. Went down on a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout last time he was at the plate. That one pinged off the pole. On
Almost never see that.
Kind of reminded me of those like old school Atari Pong games.
Yeah.
And that one, more on that thought later. That one's going to deep right field all the way back. Warning track made the catch is Cooper Borkart. I thought for a moment that one might have had a little bit of mustard to get out of here, but Borkart making the catch at the warning track and didn't quite have the launch angle it needed.
Yeah, that one jumped off the bat, and it's worth noting that in a different park, that one might have actually gotten out. As I'm taking a look at the dimensions out in the outfield right now, and normally you have the deepest part of it dead center, and then usually off to the left and right over towards the gap. It's a little bit shallower, but it's 360 all around for that extra large wall.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier too. 335 to the first and third base lines, and everywhere else it's an exact 360. Dominic Lopez, the batter. 1 ball, no strikes. Make it 2 balls, no strikes. He's 1 for 1. Singled to right field last time he was up. On deck is Julian Romero. And the pitch. And that one's hit right up. Popped over the pitcher's mound like a piece of popcorn. Made its way into center field. Stocker picks it up, and the throw to third goes into the dugout. And will they award a base or no? No, they will not. It'll just be a straight stop at third for McAnally.
Well, looks like, oh, never mind. He's just giving him his gloves.
Yeah. Lopez with a double. Julian Romero now the batter for Cheyenne. He'll face pitch number 40 from Casey Clemenson. 27 of 39 tosses for Clemenson have found the strike zone. He's got 2 runners on, second and third. It's a big moment in here with 1 out. If you're West Fargo, you want to get that second out before giving up a run.
Yeah. Especially if you could get the strikeout right here, too.
And that was 1/3 of it. He took a big swing. He was looking for a big hit and took a big strike as a result. 12-28 in favor of strikes on 40 pitches. Here's pitch 41. And that one is heading out into left center, and that could be trouble, and it is. It'll land for a base hit. And coming in with score is McAnally. Rounding third is Lopez. They will both score, and it'll be an RBI triple for Julian Romero.
Yeah, how about the wheels right there?
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, there was a lot of ground to cover there for both. Stocker in center and Stolting in left, and Stolting maybe had the best chance at it. I think Stocker maybe took off a step or 2 late on that one, and as a result, Romero was able to find the gap and earn himself a triple, and now it's Hayden Swain, 0 for 1, grounded out directly to first to end the inning last time he was at the plate. Takes a strike there, 0-1. We're 40 minutes into the ball game now here with 1 away in the top of the third. And the 1 pitch, swing and a miss. The bat went over the top of the ball on the pitch, and now it's 0-2. And had Swain stood 2 inches shorter than he does, that may have been a base hit. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he did it again. Went over the top of the pitch, and it results in a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, and that will be out number 2. And a 4-0 ball game here in favor of the Cheyenne Post 6 Sixers. And now pitch 45 will find its way to Kelding Hastings. 0 for 1 with a fly out to left center field last time he was at the plate. Fouls this one back for a strike, and it's 0-1. And this one hit up the middle and takes a hop into center field. That will score Romero from third easily. It's an RBI single for Hastings, and they'll bring up Ty Lobmeyer.
Yeah, good at bat right there. Bringing the runner home from third, even with 2 down. You always want to try and clean up the scraps off the table. They had a runner on third and able to plate them. Now it's 5 runs for Cheyenne.
Last time Lobmeyer was at the plate, he would ground out. He would ground out towards second base. Nolan Dodds had to run to the left side of the bag, turn, throw to first, and Caleb Deere scooped it up at the last second to get the out. And that was the memory from last time Lobmeyer was at the plate. Wyatt Hott is on deck. With 2 away, we'll see him only if Lobbmeyer can reach base.
Looked like Jansu's ready to fire back over to first there, popping up right away, just maybe keeping tabs on the runner as he held up on pulling the trigger.
Yeah, you got to think it's always harder to steal second on a left-handed pitcher because the pitcher's looking at you pretty much the whole time anyway. So,
yeah.
That one sent over to right field, and he will not be able to chase it down before it drops into foul territory for a strike. One and two to Lobbmeyer. On deck is Wyatt Hott. Lobbmeyer and Hott, batters 8 and 9 in the lineup here for Cheyenne. 1 and 2. You got 2 state champions playing on this field here, and the North Dakota state champion just struck out a batter from the Wyoming state champion to end the inning. It's Lobbmeyer going down on strikes. They leave one stranded on base. It'll be Peyton Jancy, Evan Berg, Nolan Dodds. 8, 9, and 1 when we return after the break. 5-0. Cheyenne have the lead here after 2.5.
Signorama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signorama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signorama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signorama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive. All right, 5-0 here in favor of Post 6 from Cheyenne, Wyoming. Other games on magnitude today. The Stars played a doubleheader. West Fargo played that, I forget the name of the team now, Grand Island. And Kindred is hosting a doubleheader against the Grand Forks Blues, and that's live on Magnitude Sports right now as well. When we get a chance, we'll check in on that game and give you a score update, but right now, it's going to be Peyton Jancy, the catcher, stepping up to the plate here for West Fargo. Here's the windup and the delivery, and it hit him, or maybe it didn't hit him, but it came very, very close. 1 ball, no strike.
Yeah, I think he just got out of the way in time right there, and he'll take it for ball 1 instead of taking it for base 1.
1-0, and that one's inside, and now that one did hit him, and I thought that maybe didn't hit him. So
1 up, 1 on here for West Fargo. Evan Bug stepping up to the plate here for West Fargo. Peyton Jancy will have a courtesy runner. It'll be Carter O'Lean coming in to run for Peyton Jancy. Pitches outside for a ball, 1-0 to Evan Berg.
I said bug earlier because a bug flew into my nose, right? Berg will not get it by McAnally. He'll throw it to second. The throw gets off mark, and he's safe at second. Now Olean takes off for third, and runners are on the corners. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Evan Berg, and Olean will advance to third on the air.
Now this inning becoming a whole lot more important for West Fargo. They've got 2 on with 0 outs, one only 90 feet away from scoring. You'd have to imagine here in the third, facing a 5-run deficit, they'd love to get at least 1 right here.
Runners on the corners in a 5-0 ball game. A run here in the bottom of the third, if not 2 runs, would go a long way to cutting into that 5-0 deficit. Nolan Dodds 0 for 1, struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. This time he'll take the strike on the sinker pitch to the outside edge of the plate. My apologies. It's actually Aiden Wolf. I don't know if I got the lineup wrong or if they subbed him in. So Aiden Wolf is the batter, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Got in there for strike 2.
That's a good-looking pitch right there.
Runners on the corners. It's Carter Olean on third, Evan Berg on first. And Aiden Wolf, the batter, facing 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he'll pop it over towards McAnally. McAnally will step on second, fire it over to first. And that's an easy double play, but coming in to score is Olean. So they'll trade a run for 2 outs. Or they'll trade a run for 2 outs, the Cheyenne post-6 rule.
I think that's a trade that West Fargo is going to be very happy with. I think their goal is just to get something on the board right here. Yeah, they lose everyone else on the base paths, and now they've got 2 down. But just to even see that 1 up on the scoreboard now and 4 runs, a little more feasible than 5.
Absolutely. And there's a nice hit. They'll find the gap. It's Trey Stalker, and that'll drop and roll all the way to the wall. And will he take 3? That's the question. No, it looks like he's going to slow down, and that's probably the wise choice. He struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. This time he doubles all the way to the wall in the gap in left center. And that'll bring up Brennan Hammond. 0 for 1, grounded out to short last time he was at the plate.
Yeah, that's good not to get greedy right there. Quite honestly, in a spot like this with 2 down, the difference between second and third not too big. It's not really worth the risk trying to extend it over for a triple.
Well, they've gotten 2 hits off 2 pitches, and we'll see if they can make it 3 for 3 here. And they cannot, but it does come in for a ball. It's 1-0. So a little 2-out magic here for West Fargo. They score a run. Now they got a runner in scoring position on a nice double out into the wall in left center field. Here's the windup and the delivery, and that one will bounce through, and now taking off for third is Stalker, and he'll get the easy pass to third.
So there you go. Patience is a virtue.
Exactly.
Just waiting a few more pitches, and he gets to go to third after all.
So it's a 2-0 count now here to Hammond. On deck is Caleb Deere.
Deere, a good hitter with runners on, so I have to imagine that if Hammond can reach base right here, then West Fargo's got to be feeling pretty good about themselves in this inning.
Well, we said earlier that they'd like to get 1, if not 2, and well, they got the 1, and now they're 90 feet away from getting that 2. Wind up in the 2-0, and it caught the corner for a strike, 2-1. Went to the outside edge of the plate and skimmed it over the outer edge of the strike zone. Two-1. Fieser sends it outside, 3-1. Next pitch for Fieser will be pitch 45. He took care of West Fargo in 10 pitches in the first inning. And now he has 24 pitches over the next 2 2/3, I should say. That one's going to be popped up, and McAnally's there. He makes the catch, and that will retire the West Fargo Patriots. They leave one stranded on base. It's Stocker on third. On the infield, pop-up for Hannon. And that brings us to the top of the fourth. And it will be Wyatt Hott, Mason Tafoya, Coulter McAnally. Batters 9, 1, and 2 for post 6. We're going to return after this.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
Life is busy, and we all get distracted from time to time. But at Starion, they work hard to keep what's important to me in focus. They are continually upgrading their technology, so I can spend more time playing and less time banking. And although I can do almost all of my banking away from the branch, visiting my banker in person puts a smile on my face and reminds me they're always there for me, ready to help.
Five 5-1 after 3 complete here. As we move into the top of the fourth, it's Wyatt Hott stepping up to the plate. And Hott with a hot hit into left center field for a base hit single. 1 pitch, 1 hit, 1 runner on base.
I'm glad you said that, because if you didn't, then I was gonna. That was the first thing that came into my mind, too. A hot shot right there off of his bat, and good start for Cheyenne in the top of the fourth.
Mason Tafoya now 1 for 2. Single to left, struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. Clemson with pitch 52. Swinging and a miss, strike 1. 55 minutes into the ball game now here, almost halfway through this one. Of course, it's customary. 10-run rule after 5 would apply in most scenarios, but down here at the Creighton Prep Tournament, it is actually 8 runs after 5. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, and I want to give a little shout out and thank you to my good friends in the Creighton Prep press box who actually pointed that out to me. I had a lot of questions for them just regarding the logistics of this tournament, and they were great. They supplied me with rules. They gave me fun facts about players on the team and about the field, and very helpful people out there.
But they failed miserably at telling you that Easton Stick graduated from their school. There was a guy during that first game here with a Creighton Prep T-shirt on who told me that, and I texted it to you, and then you're like, and here's another fun tidbit, Easton Stick. He graduated from this school, and speaking of Easton, here's Easton Rarick coming up to that.
It was the perfect segue.
And I even said something similar to that. I was like, nice segue, Eric. Runner goes, a swing and a miss, and they'll let him take second on the strikeout. So Mason Tafoya strikes out on 3 pitches. Wyatt Hott steals second. Coulter McAnally. Well, Coulter McAnally has his unofficial sights on the umpire again. He's just in the same spot as he was last time, or 2 times ago at bat. Coulter McAnally, 1 for 2, 1 for 1.5, however you want to look at it. A single off the umpire's leg and reach base on an error.
You should see if there's any extra catcher's equipment lying around to protect those legs.
And that is fair down the third base line. It rolled right down the line over the bag, and scoring now is Wyatt Hott, and in the second is McAnally. And
they got him.
They got him at second.
The glove was down, waiting for him to pop up. He didn't call time, and they essentially held him up right there. As soon as his foot came up off the bag to pick himself up, the glove was right there to tag him.
Nice, patient defensive play there from, was that Dodds or Wiggerstrand? I was looking down for a second.
I'll be honest, I couldn't tell for sure, but
I'll go with Dodds. So McAnally, RBI ground out. I'm not exactly sure how to record that one, but it is now 6-1, and that will retire on the 4-3 ground out. I do know how to record that one. So
I think the official ruling would be a single and then out at second on the throw.
There we go. We'll go with that. We'll take a timeout. We'll update our stat book to reflect what Eric just said, and we'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
(6-1) in favor of Post 6 here on Magnitude Sports. Mike Mason alongside Eric Tiansen. Batters 4, 5, and 6 for West Fargo here in the home half of the fourth as we're halfway through this ball game. And Caleb Deere will dig into the batter's box at the 1 hour mark. 59 minutes and 59 seconds if you want to be spot on with when he dug into the batter's box. But figured it'd take me a second to say that, and we'd just say 1 hour. 1 ball, no strike to Caleb Deere. And now Deere will pop that one foul, and I wonder if that particular team realized how long the first game was.
Yeah.
They're going to be here for a while. The team for the next matchup has showed up to warm up. Grounder towards third, 2 hops. Tafoya picks it up, fires it over, got it there in time.
What a throw.
Yeah, Kostopoulos had, that was an easy grab for Kostopoulos. He just had to wait for the ball to get there, and Tafoya throws a strike 180 feet across the diamond.
Well, I think if you're Cheyenne, you got to feel pretty good about the arms that you have on that left side of the infield. My goodness. Now, good throw for each of them, the shortstop and the third baseman.
Well, just need the second and the first baseman to make good throws to complete the good throw cycle. And there's a chance for the second baseman to make a good throw, and he does.
Wow, right on cue.
4-3 ground out. Seth Wiggerstrand will step up to the batter's box now. Kellen Hastings, the second baseman for Cheyenne, makes a nice play. At the 1 hour mark, we had 0 outs. At the 1 hour, 1 minute mark, we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth, and there's a strike to Wiggerstrand. He's 0 for 0, walked last time he was at the plate. Cooper Borkhart moves into the on-deck circle. If Wiggerstrand can reach base, 50 pitches, and 29 of those have found the strike zone. And now 30 of them have found the strike zone as that one fouled away for an 0-2 count.
Yeah, right over towards those warm-ups. A few of those players near the cages ducking away from that one. Chance for a quick 1-2-3 right here.
And they won't get it on that pitch. Tried to get that strikeout on the outside edge, but went a little bit below the knees. And this time he got him swinging. Another Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, and that'll bring us back to the top of the 5th. Lopez, Romero, and Swain, the batters due up. It's 4, 5, and 6. Casey Clemenson will toss pitch 57 when we return from the break.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit doolittlesrestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, welcome back. 4 complete in a 5-run ball game as Cheyenne Post 6 leads by the score of 6-1. Here in the top of the 5th, it'll be Lopez, Romero, and Swain. 4, 5, and 6, middle of the order for the Post 6 Sixers. 1 hour and 3 minutes into the ball game. Casey Clemenson, 13 balls, 43 strikes on 56 pitches, and pitch 57 coming up. Lopez 2 for 2, single and a double, both of them to right field, and now he just needs a triple and a home run for the cycle. And he might have a chance. We'll see how far. No, it's only going to be a double, and that might be a close play. Oh, wow. He's safe. Wow. Yeah, he was safe, but, man, if he would have got a little extra arm on that throw, or had he taken a little bit hesitation step coming off of home plate, he may have been tossed out at second there. But now he has a single and back-to-back doubles on 3 plate appearances.
Yeah, well, that did look like it might have had a chance for the triple there, jumping right off his bat, that one carrying out towards right field. Usually a good spot for a triple, but good route by Borkhardt to cut off that ball right away, get it on one hop, and he's in with a double instead, which is not a bad consolation prize.
Clemenson will stare down Lopez and then toss it to the outside for ball 1 on Romero, who's 1 for 2 with a fly out and has a triple to left center, that one that rolled all the way to the wall last time he was at the plate. And he got a strike there, and it's 1-1. Hour and 5 minutes into the ball game now. Clemenson will look back at the second base bag, stare it down, now deliver the pitch. And he got it in there for a strike. Strike 2. He has 46 strikes on 60 pitches. An hour and 5 minutes into this ball game. And that one hit towards third and into left field. Lopez will hold up on third as the throw will come back in, and there'll be a base hit single for Romero.
Back-to-back base knocks. Good start in this 5th inning for Cheyenne.
Hayden Swain steps up to the plate now, 0 for 2 with a ground out to first and a strikeout swinging. Short pause in the action there. Swain gets ready to dig in, and he does. Little lead off first is Romero. He'll be checked out by Clemenson, and he'll deliver. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Swain went down swinging on strikes last time he was at the plate, and now he's 1/3 of the way of duplicating that. I should say Clemenson's 1/3 of the way of duplicating that. And he will not duplicate it this time. It'll be a hit out into left field, batted down by Stolting to keep it in front of him. And that will be a hit, and that will score Lopez from third. Romero up to second on the RBI by Swain on the left field.
So now 3 straight hits for Cheyenne. Their bats are rolling right now, and it looks like going to have a meeting on the mound here for West Fargo.
Yep, it'll be the 7th trip to the mound and the first one in this game. That's just going to be a chit-chat this time. Clemenson's done he's given up 7 runs, but, you look at his ball strike, and it's not all on Clemenson. You got 1 error on Cheyenne. That accounts for 2 of those 7 runs, and fist bumps will be exchanged, and the meeting will come to a conclusion.
You have to imagine right now, main goal here for West Fargo. They're looking up at that scoreboard. They probably know what's looming right now, too. The potential 8-run rule with 2 on and 0 out. So their main goal right here is just try and shut this one down and keep this game going. Because game keeps going, they've still got a chance.
Nobody out. It's a 7-1 ball game. With runners on first and second. Hey guys, it's 7-1, not 6. And that one is popped up, and it's going out into center field. Stocker's there and has it. That's out number 1. Runners will stay put at first and second.
That's a good start for West Fargo coming off of that mound visit. Getting the pop-up, runners hold up, and now 1 down, you start to sort of settle in a little bit.
And they've had success against Ty Lobmeyer. He's 0 for 2. The ground out and a strikeout swing. The ground out was to Nolan Dodds when he had to run past second, turn, flip, and throw, and get the scoop throw into the glove of Caleb Deere for the ground out. Probably the most hardest ground out I've ever seen completed on a 4-3 scenario. So, 1 ball, no strikes to Lobmeyer. 2 balls, no strikes. Tried to curve it in over the edge, but missed the edge. Couldn't get the curve to break back in as much as he was hoping for. 2 balls and no strikes now here to Lobmeyer. He'll look back at second on Romero and deliver the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Seems like he always tosses strikes when he glances back at second.
Yeah.
Might be a key to success here. You never know.
Well, some pitchers, they'll do different things with their body to just sort of settle in and get a routine, and maybe that's one of them for him.
That one just a little bit low, and it's ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. 68 pitches for Clemenson, 2 shy of 70. 2 runners on, an hour and 10 minutes into the ball game here in the top of the 5th. This one cruising along a little bit quicker pace than the previous game, which we are not upset about. Swing and a miss for strike 2, and it's a full count, or for I said 2-2. Politically correct baseball fans would say the count's not even, and those same fans would say the count's even now. Payoff, runners go, swing and a miss, throw up to third, and he's safe at third. So it's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, and Romero steals third. And that will allow Swain to steal second as a result. Puts 2 runners in scoring position for the 2-for-2 Wyatt Hott.
And a big spot here, because if Wyatt Hott gets a base hit right here, chance that he scores 2, and that would make it an 8-run game. West Fargo looking to get him out right here.
2 out, 2 on. And now time will be called. And a strike. the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And now the count goes in favor of Clemenson at 0-2. And, man, that one was almost right there. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah, oh, man.
I could have swore that was going to be a strikeout looking, but apparently not.
I think he took it just a tiny bit too high and inside, maybe.
1-2. And this one hit up the middle, and that's going to score Romero from third. And rounding third from second is Swain, and it's now 9-1. And it's a 2-run single for Wyatt Hott, and he is 3 for 3 tonight with 3 singles.
Yeah, I think the puns write themselves. 3 for 3 on a hot day like this. He is swinging a hot bat, to say the least.
Maybe a couple of puns intended there by E.T. Oh, and that hit him, and he will go to first. He'll take his time, unlike Hott taking his time to go to second. Brings up the shortstop, Coulter McAnally. 2 for 3. Single, reached on an error, and a single. Look back at second in the pitch, and that one popped up right field and going foul, and he could not make the catch, but certainly tried. It was Caleb Deere, A for effort.
Yeah, it's a tough one to track with. Out in foul territory, almost looks like they've got a little bullpen-like setup over there, too. Out on the field.
Yeah.
And there's a bench out on the field, too, tucked away in that corner. Reminds me of the old Polo Grounds. There used to be a stairway that was out on the field.
0-1. Now it's 0-2, and that pitch was a little bit low, but it seemed lower than that previous one that was called a ball. So first and second, 2 out, and an 0-2 count to McAnally. He's 2 for 3. Single error, single. And he strikes out here. That'll be a Buffalo Wild Wings drop third strikeout. And that brings up batters 7, 8, and 9 for West Fargo. Scheduled Burkhart, Jancy, and Evan Berg as they strand 2 on base for a total of 5 in the game. And we're an hour and 15 minutes in, heading to the bottom of the 5th after the break here on Magnitude. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. All right, welcome back. And a correction on the win-loss record. West Fargo now 12-2 coming into this game versus Cheyenne. I want to say thanks to a viewer who texted that into me.
They split against Jamestown. Was that the other one?
That might have been. Yeah, I forgot about the Jamestown doubleheader. I know they balked off Dickinson, which was almost a loss for him. And I want to say hi to Jeff. He says, ouch, in reference to an earlier text. Well, I'll leave it at that. And that one's popped up right field. And right in front of the foul line, making the catch, is the right fielder, Dominic Lopez.
Yeah, good range right there out in right field. Getting on his horse and over into foul territory. Those plays are tougher than they look, but good play for out number 1.
So, Cooper Borkart will fly out. Peyton Jancy will step into the box. Borkart was 0 for 1, now 0 for 2. Jancy 0 for 0. He was hit by a pitch last time he was at the plate. Once again, Mike Mason alongside Eric Tiansen. For everybody watching, whether you're a Post 6 fan or a West Fargo fan, we certainly appreciate you tuning in. And that one's chopped foul to the left side of the batter's box towards the West Fargo dugout. And it is now 1-1 to Peyton Jancy. Evan Berg is on deck, 1 away. Aiden Wolf would return us to the top of the order if we can get that far into the lineup. No runners on base. And Bradley Fieser with pitch 57 here. And it comes in just a little bit low for ball 2. So it's 2 balls and a strike now. Here to Peyton Jancy. Swing and a miss for Jancy, and it's 2-2. And that one hit and fouled right in to the dugout of the West Fargo Patriots.
Yeah, that was a tough pitch to get a piece of right there. That big looping curveball, but he's just able to get a bite of it.
Wind up in the delivery. That one's low for a ball, and now we have a full count here at 3-2. 1 hour, 20 minutes time of the game. Once again, 8-run rule after 5, so West Fargo has to score at least 1. Ooh, and if that stayed fair, they would have got that one.
Oh, man, you can say that again.
That one is fouled away over the roof of the school here.
That's going to be a
or
ball
somewhere
for the
onto
janitor
the
to go
roof
get.
of the school, yeah. He fouled that one away 400 feet. So as I was saying right before that, they need 1 run to force the 6th inning, because there's an 8-run rule after 5 here at the Creighton Prep Tournament. Here's the windup in 3-2, number 2. And that one is going deep to left field. And is it deep enough? It is not. And he didn't make the catch. He'll drop off the tip of his glove at the warning track. And he's on with a double.
There you go. There's life right now in these West Fargo bats. Runner in scoring position.
I certainly thought that one had a potential. It must have hit a gust of wind that kept it in.
Yeah, it looked to be right off his bat like it was a no-doubter, but just dying at the warning track.
Evan Berg, 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice when McAnally tried to get the runner out at second and sent a wild throw into right center field. (9-1) with a runner in scoring position, and the pitch comes on the inside edge for a strike here to Evan Berg. Aiden Wolf is on deck with 1 away, actually. And if no double plays happen, we'll return it to the top of the order next. Fieser will look back at second on 2 occasions and deliver the pitch. It's inside and almost caught the edge, but it missed for a ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And the ones across the board turned into 1-2. They had 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out with 1 runner on second. Now it's 1-2 to Evan Berg.
There's that curveball again. Man, that is big, slow, looping, and hard to get a hold of.
Feeds her a look back at second, wind and deliver the 1-2 inside. It's 2-2. Strike ball in that order on the 4 pitches so far. 1 hour and 22 minutes. Peyton Jancy on second with 1 out. Evan Berg looking to get a base hit here. And he might. It's going to be close. On the run, he makes the catch out in left field. And now back to second. Quickly,
wow.
They got him. It's a double play. It is a 7-4 double play to end the inning. And I believe make the game final, too. That's quite a way to make a game final, wouldn't you say?
What a throw. My goodness.
Wow. 9-1 your final score here after 5 via the 8-run rule. And the Patriots dropped 2 in a row here in pool play. And they'll have one more game tomorrow night against Omaha West here at 7:30 p.m. Eric Tianson will be here for that one, right at the same spot we are at now. And then I'll drive over to the Creighton Prep Field for the Post 400 Stars taking on Mayville. And that game is also at 7:30. So we'll have a double broadcast at 7:30 tomorrow night here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Other finals today include Post 400 falling 9-0 in the first game at 9:30 this morning to Creighton Prep. And then they would bounce back with a 4-0 win in 8 innings, a game that was 0-0 going into the 7th. While that game was in progress, we had the Patriots fall I don't know what word to use, but it was not a pretty score. Let's put it that way. 22-9, was it?
I believe so. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I'll have to double check. And then the Patriots fall here by the final score of 9-1 to the Post 6 Cheyenne Sixers, who now move to 36-4 on the season. And the Patriots dropped to 12-3 on the season overall. Eric, final thoughts on the conclusion of the first game you got here for, and then this game.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these teams out here flexing their muscles. We talked about the Sixers and their firepower going into this one, and they got off to a great start with 2 runs in the top of the first, and they didn't let up. Those 3 in the top of the 5th ended up being the difference to get this game done with an 8-run rule. And then how about those fielders, too, for Cheyenne?
Yeah. Oh, man. Just a lot of great play, both on the bats and on the defensive side for Cheyenne, as you pointed out, the fielding there. Official time of the game, 1 hour and 25 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look at our schedule here and show you what's coming up here on Magnitude Sports. And as I mentioned, tomorrow night we'll have 2 games at 7:30. Eric will be here at this field for the West Fargo West Side game. That's Omaha West Side. And then I'll be over at the Creighton Prep Field for the Post 400 Stars taking on Mayfield. West Fargo now 0-2 in pool play, and the Post 400 Stars 1-1 in pool play. And then depending on how things shake out, I hate to say it, I don't think West Fargo will make bracket play on the 24th, but you never know. There are certainly some tiebreakers that could come into play on that. Post 400 Stars, if they can pick up a win against Mayfield, just might sneak in to the bracket play on the 24th. We'll have to wait and see. We don't know anything for sure yet, but we'll have the 2 games for you tomorrow, and then if West Fargo and or Post 400 make it to bracket play, you see the times there where they could potentially play 2:35 and 7:30. If that happens, I'll be here for whatever game that is, and Eric will be traveling back to Fargo to take on the women's Dakota Fusion as they host Joy Athletic. How did the women do in that last game? I can't remember if they won or lost or tied.
1-1 draw, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was a 1-1 draw, yeah. So Dakota Fusion certainly making a step forward from last season where I think they only picked up 1 win on the season. And now between the men and the women, I think they have 4 or 5 wins on the season so far. So certainly, and then you got some busy 3 days in a row of soccer. You got Dakota Fusion women, Dakota Fusion men, and Dakota Fusion women again. And certainly, if you haven't watched Dakota Fusion soccer, I certainly suggest you tune into it. It's some fantastic soccer. Even if you're not a fan of soccer, just give it 30 minutes, and I think you'll become a fan. Would you agree?
I would agree. Those games are a blast.
Absolutely a blast, and I wish I could be there for them, but I also wish that the Stars and the Patriots could make it to bracket play. We'll stick around here in Omaha for a little bit longer. We won't have any official word until those 7:30 p.m. games are done tomorrow. And for West Fargo, it's not looking as bright. Post 400 1-1 in pool play might have a chance, but it's going to be a close one. So we'll have to wait and see what happens tomorrow at 7:30 or approximately 9:30ish or whenever. But my guess is that we'll spend the night on the 23rd and then find out the morning of the 24th. If we play or not. So that's my guess. But we'll certainly keep you updated. Go to our website, magnitudesn.com, and as soon as we know more, we'll update our schedule to reflect that. So just click on the word schedule there, and that's how you can find it. That'll do it for us. Your final score, once again, 9-1 after 5 innings of play. Thanks so much for joining us.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.